Radical.
Well, I got some bad news for you fans of Yuzu and you users of Yuzu, which is an emulator that emulates Nintendo Switch games. They have been shut down. Nintendo got them. They not only have forced them to shut down, but they have settled, and they'll be paying Nintendo $2.4 million. And they have to hand over everything that they have, all their tools, to Nintendo. So then, I guess if Nintendo wants to make an emulator, then they don't even have to create one because they have it right here. So it's a win-win deal for Nintendo. Here's the statement I'll read out to you from them. Hello, users and Citra fans. Also, Citra is affected too, which is the portable, 3DS emulator. We write today to inform you that Yuzu and Yuzu support of Citra are being discontinued, effective immediately. Yuzu and his team have always been against piracy. We started the projects in good faith, out of passion for Nintendo and its consoles and games, and we're not intending to cause harm. But we see now that because our projects can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and allow users to play games outside of authorized hardware, they have led to extensive piracy. In particular, we have been deeply disappointed when users have used our software to leak game content prior to its release and ruin the experience for legitimate purchasers and fans. We have come to the decision that we cannot continue to allow this to occur. Piracy was never our intention, and we believe that piracy of video games and on video game consoles should end. Effective today, we will be pulling our code repositories offline, discontinuing our Patreon accounts. Wait, there's a Patreon connected? Huh. And Discord servers, and soon shutting down our websites. We hope our actions will be a small step towards ending piracy of all creators' works. Thank you for your years of support and understanding us. Well, a lot of this seems like it was written by Nintendo. That doesn't sound like a statement by them. It seems very Nintendo-esque, especially the part where we say, we are sad that the software has leaked games prior to their release. I know Tears of the Kingdom got basically leaked prior to its release. Sounds like there's a problem at Nintendo with them leaking their games at Nintendo. So then maybe they can leak their games, and hell, maybe they want to play their stuff on a Steam Deck or something, right? Okay, so there's a lot to really kind of argue here. Is Nintendo within their means to do this? And what do we feel about emulation? There will be a time where the Nintendo Switch will be nothing more than a memory, just like the N64. But the N64 allows you basically to preserve the video games. If every copy, I don't think it will be, but if every copy would ever go bad or get broken of Ocarina of Time, through emulation, we can preserve these games. Now, maybe with Yuzu, it was leading to a lot of piracy. Arr! And it's funny that they would say, we're always against piracy. We start in good faith, out of passion for Nintendo. Can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection. Well, no shit, right? Because didn't they have, details on how you could circumvent that on their website? That's kind of strange, right? So some of you will feel that Nintendo is in the right by doing this. It's within their measures, their means to do this. I think it's them sending a message. They send a message that they do not like pirating. They want to get money for their copies of Zelda. They want them sold. They don't want them leaked and pirated. But I've seen a lot of people saying that this is going to have the Hydra effect, which is when one head is cut off, multiple others will sprout from this. I don't think Nintendo really honestly thinks that all pirating of their software and their stuff is going to end because of this. But I think it gives them a warm, fuzzy feeling to send the message, hey, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to show you we're Nintendo, and not only are we going to make you give up and fold, you're going to have to give us money. And you're going to have to give us everything that you've been working on. Now, how is this a positive? How is this a positive if you are for emulation and preservation of the Nintendo games and video games in general? Well, it didn't go to court. It was settled out of court. I'm curious, if it went to court, who would win, Nintendo or the makers of emulation and whatnot? What do you think? Do you think Nintendo would easily win this case? If it went to court and they easily won this case, it could set precedent. And that would be a bad thing if you enjoy emulation. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. So when it comes to the Patreon, what was it like? They were basically just getting donations for continuing their software stuff and whatnot. Maybe Nintendo didn't like the Patreon connected to it also. The fact that they were getting, I'm seeing here, they got a good bit of money each month. The fact that they were making it easier for people to play Tears of the Kingdom and not pay for it, and they were getting payments on Patreon. So maybe Nintendo specifically didn't like that. Or they understand that they know that this is going to happen, but you know what? You fuckers that have a Patreon, we're going to get to you first. So what do you think? Will Nintendo start going after, I think, eugenics? Is that another one? Will Nintendo start going after others? Or do you think they just kind of made their point here and they wanted to send a message? Or do you think it was just weirdly a way for them to get their tools? So then you might see them on the next console with an emulator that emulates some games.